Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Heart of Fire event post is up and we do have some more details, but however we do not have all the details, and that is exactly once again Kabam shooting themselves in the foot here because they are effectively making the event look more expensive than it will be. So either way, let's break down the post and then I'm going to give you some calculations. So Heart of Fire crystals get steady progression to crystals in the Crystal Vault stores and have a rare chance to award Nick Fury, Abomination, Tiger, Ant-Man, Future Apocalypse. Opening these crystals will also earn you points towards solo events to gather even more resources. Again, solo events. This is kind of like a key factor here. Heart of Fire solo rewards. Those who have become Thronebreaker can take part in the Phoenix Force event to earn rewards such as Awakened 7-star Dark Phoenix, Heart of Fire 7-star Champion, 7-star Selector, so on and so forth. So here's the graphic. Effectively, it has 2 copies of Dark Phoenix at the 400 point milestone. It has the Selector at 390. It has 206 stones, 380. Awakening Gem at 360. 3 to 4 gem at 340. And then 2 more crystals earlier on at 100 and 200 points. And 1 to 2 gems times 2 at 140, and 240 is 2 to 3 gems. And the rest of it is effectively the crystals. The crystals, as we can see here, award 2 points each. However, here's one more thing that might be inaccurate, because if I remember correctly, last year opening the 7-star crystal itself also gave points. I might be wrong on that one, but for the sake of argument, that could be some additional extra points. Either way, after the initial glance, you'd see the 400 point total needed here, knowing that 1 crystal equals 2 points, so you need to technically open 200 crystals, which is 60,000 units. But that's wrong, because obviously there are crystals and items in the milestone, and there is more. Because those who have become uncollected or higher can take part in the Sunstorm Event to earn rewards such as an Awakening 6-star Dark Phoenix, 7-star Heart of Fire Crystal, 7-star Titan Crystals, and Tier 2 Primordial Dust. So, first of all, those who are saying that there's only 2 guaranteed 7 stars in this event, that's wrong. There will be a 7-star Heart of Fire Crystal in the lower event as well as Titan Crystal and some other stuff. Now, it is not, I think, explicitly confirmed that we all get access to this one, but last year we did, and on top of the title here it says take part in the events, so I will assume that, for instance, Paragon and Valiant players will also get rewards from this lower event. And Kabam should have probably put a graphic of that out there as well. Further on, want more Heart of Fire crystals that get into the fight with the Moonshot Event. Every fight you win across the contest, excluding practice mode, will earn you points towards receiving free Heart of Fire crystals. Win fights using Nick Fury, Abomination, Tiger, Ant-Man, or Apocalypse to earn points even faster. So that will have some additional rewards to it that's going to go towards the Heart of Fire event. Right, everybody follows me thus far, hopefully. So the actual calculation for the event, the best I can manage so far is effectively 60,000 units worth of crystals that need to be opened initially in order to get the 400 points. But you do have 9,600 units in the milestones, and you do have, I believe, 31 crystal in the milestones, which would equate to 9,300 units worth as well. So if you take 60,000 minus 9,600, 9,300, you are left with 41,100 units needed. But there might be X amount of points rewarded for opening the 7-star crystal. I'm not sure on this one, but I think last year it was. But even if it isn't, there's still going to be X amount from the Moonshot event, because you're going to be earning crystals in that event too. So that would bring the unit total even lower. And then potentially X amount from Sunstorm Event. There's a typo. Sunstorm Event. Sunstorm Event. And that would bring the total even lower as well. Which likely is going to be something similar to that. 36k or potentially even lower. But it will definitely be under 40,000 units required, which again, more in line with the 36k 900 that was last year in the Omega Days. A lot of people have been asking a ton of questions about this, so this is about as good of an answer we can come up with currently. Each individual crystal, by the way, costs 300, and that's what all these calculations are based on. Who knows, Kabam might change the price, but doubtful. But this is the best, the cleanest, the most concise information that we have right now, because again, Kabam is not doing anybody any favors, because we do not know if we get any points for 7 stars and how many. We do not know what's going to be in the Moonshot event. That would be super helpful. And we do not know anything about Sunstorm event other than the fact that it will have 6-star Dark Phoenix, 7-star Heart Fire Crystal, 7-star Titan Crystal Shards, and 2 Primordial Dust. Again, would be great to get confirmation from Kabam to know for a fact that, you know, Paragons and Valiants can benefit from this event as well, like we did last year. And again, details on this event would also be tremendously useful. And also some details on that Moonshot event. And this is quite crazy, because last year, Kabam gave us an announcement about Omega Days well in advance, with well more details. So people knew exactly, you know, what's going to be needed. This year, it seems like the more time has passed, and they have just gotten worse at their job, effectively. Because this is significantly inferior announcement coming significantly later, and again, kind of worrying quite a lot of people, because again, a lot of people came in the streams like, oh, is it going to be 60,000 units this year needed? It's insane. And then it's like, oh, how much other stuff we get? And, you know, we do not have all the answers. One thing that we do know is that there will be at least one offer like this that Kabam released today by mistake, which is Valiant Heart of Fire Crystal Bundle, which was 11 Valiant Heart of Fire Crystals for $50. So this one $50 offer would get you effectively 3,300 worth of units towards the event for $50. So those who do spend can have an opportunity to effectively kind of buy these and spend less of their units and achieve all the milestones easier. I believe this had a limit of 3. But again, last year there were more levels of these offers, so I'd be quite surprised if this was the only type of offer they released, because last year I believe for $70 or $80 they also released one that had a 7-star crystal in it, flat out. So who knows how it is going to look like exactly there. But this is the most amount of details I can give you guys at the moment. And again, to reiterate the words, 2 copies of Dark Phoenix Final Milestone, 7-star Selector, 206 stones, Awakening Gem, 2 3-4 gems, 2 3 gems, 2 7-star crystals here, 7-star crystal in the lower event, and a whole chunk of Valiant crystals and units. So yeah, there are already quite a few active discussions out here. What is the best Heart of Fire champion? Heart of Fire web store. Apparently some people just bought the units and did not receive the items, so Kabam is gonna have some port ticketing to do very, very soon. And yeah, I said the best Heart of Fire champion in my opinion is Tiger, but community seems to think it's Future Ant-Man. Surprising that, well, Nick Fury. So Future Ant-Man in the first, Nick Fury second, Tiger in the third. Either way, everybody seems to be quite hyped for this event. And that's quite undeniable, even though it definitely has its issues. But all of them are effectively created by Kabam. So what is your plan for tomorrow, guys? Are you ready? Will you whale out? How high will you go? Because realistically, like, all of the good stuff is just at the very end. So if you don't go for the 400 points, event looks significantly more poopy, I think. The first 7-star crystal is at 100 points. That means 50 crystals opened, right? Yes. You get 1, 2, 6. That would be 44 crystals opened, 42, 40, 37, 35. 35 crystals that need to be opened And again, we do not know what we're gonna get from the lower event. But if it's 35 crystals, then you're gonna need like 10k units for the first 7-star. For the first guaranteed 7-star. Maybe less. Kind of similar to last year, I think. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, we have all the information about